We're back.
We are back. What's good? What is good, fam? Welcome back. Welcome. Coming at you with a little bit of Just Cash. Hey. Joined with Underrated. How are you, man? What's going on?
Great. Look at that list. How could I be bad? 3.03 on the week. 21.19 units on the season. College basketball streets. The whack white boy Wednesday 2-pick came through. I mean, how could I not be happy? Let's go. And we got 2 good plays for today.
Yeah. Well, one today, one tomorrow, but all in all, still, yeah. We got some good stuff for you guys. Yesterday was really awesome, and we had a lot of good breakdowns on stream too. A lot of close calls, a few fades that I'm pretty happy about missing, and also a few of the comments that we were chopping up yesterday also was pretty spot on with most of the stuff. So very happy, very excited, and hey, if you won a little bit of money with us yesterday, make sure to hit that like button down below. Show that a little bit of appreciation and help us grow in this channel here. As in return, we always appreciate y'all hanging out with us during the weekday, chopping it up some college basketball. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new here, turn those noties on and hop in the Discord. Links down in the description below.
Guess what else, E?
What else? What's that?
Q Donkey's back!
Hey, what's up, man? What's good? Yeah, we a bit of a lighter day today. Not much, a whole lot going on here for this evening, and a bit of a lighter day tomorrow as well. In at least college basketball, we do have unrivaled stuff. It looks like they just dropped props for that, like right before we were hopping on. So we'll take a little bit of an early look at that, and then mostly we're gearing up for the weekend. Saturday is our next big slate outside of today, and a lot of money to be made there. So with no more NFL, it looks like they will be moving props up a little bit sooner than later. I know Prize Picks in particular, we're already seeing stuff dropped out for Friday. Unrivaled being up this early, that's a first so far for them as well. So we're really going to have to, stay in the P's and Q's here, get ready for stuff, because we'll probably get a real big board, especially for the weekend stuff for college basketball. Later today, definitely tomorrow early, but it's going to be a lot of moving parts, a lot of injuries and news to keep up with. So got to have all that again here on our stream for you guys Monday through Friday, and then in the Discord for the after hours and overnight stuff. Blah, blah. It's been somewhat of a long week, not going to lie. A lot of stuff going on, but it's been a damn good week, man. A really good week.
It really has. College basketball is really being a little more consistent than it was earlier in the season. It's that combined with us just getting our rules together and finding the right plays and knowing when to take the unders, depending on what matchups and if they're at home or they're away. Like, we're really honing that down, man. It's really coming through, and I love it. Trusting the process and watching the profit grow. It makes it really fun because college basketball is so fun to watch. It's just so great to actually profit and watch and have both of those things going at the same time. What a great freaking thing. And Ayo's here.
Hey, what's good, man?
And you know what? One more thing I wanted to say, bro. We are 8-0 in our last 8 unders that we have as official plays. That is the truth. That's not even fabricated. 8-0.
Yeah.
8-0.
No, those have been spectacular. I mean, some of them too have just been unbelievably sweat free. So shout out to the unders. They have been nice. They have, and what's cool about it is we haven't been forcing them. They've just been kind of popping up, in the right spots, and just the 2 white boy whack ass white boy 2-pick yesterday. It kind of feels like a force because it's so funny, but really they've been trash, and the matchups were a little bit scary. Will was just too high. Kane was in the scary matchup. He was too high. It just made sense. There's not a lot of games today, but I think Saturday we'll be able to find some more of those as well. I'm looking forward to that. Oh yeah, 100%. It's the bookies too. I've seen more recently this week in particular a lot of different discrepancies between the sites, and something that we can really take advantage of. Like yesterday, for example, Ajay, even though he still ended up clearing either line regardless of site, that 4 point difference was massive, massive, and
Mm-hmm.
it was something. If you were able to catch the original line, it was easier sweat because you got there and you didn't have to really worry about it. But if you caught the bumps or you played it on Prize Picks, for example, then you really needed him down the stretch of the game, which, I mean, he still came through. He had, a modest 19, 11, and I think 4 or 5, something like that. So still a really great game from him. He went out and did his thing like we were hoping for, and kept it, high and tight. We didn't have a whole lot of plays yesterday, but the ones we did have were bangers, and most of it really wasn't a sweat, to be honest. So those are the days I want to have. Those are the good days.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying, man. We find the right spots. We've seen these teams play enough with the team that they have together this year, and it's all kind of coming together here. So we got 2 more months. Actually, we have 2 more months, and I think it's going to be a really good 2 months. So I'm happy with the spot we're at. So it is time to actually, I think at least me, I'm going to up the unit size just a bit here. We can continue through the weekend with this hot streak. Next week I'm up in the unit size, and we're going in.
All right, sounds like a plan. Well, speaking of going in hot, let's talk about our 2 plays here for tonight and tomorrow. And today I think could be subjective. We could have a couple more plays here and there depending on injury news. Mostly news from Washington. Get some confirmed starters. Make sure nothing's weird or changing again, because they hit us with that this last game, and there was a few lines that were very off, and we could have taken advantage of. So, with that being said, let's talk about Jeremy Fears here real quick, because the last 2 shows we've been talking about Wagler for a minute now. So if you missed it, we'll definitely cover that here in a second. But one line that I think is subject to change. So Jeremy Fears, he is 13.5 on FanDuel and Underdog currently, minus I think 120 or 125 on FanDuel, so a little bit better value or overall payout, and obviously you can straight bet them there. But 13.5 points is really, honestly, just too generous. I know the matchup is a little bit on the scarier side with, Michigan traveling to Michigan. Hey, we get a little Michigan rivalry, which, I love these games. They always get up for that. But a couple of different things moving in our favor. Now, one of them being the line difference. 13.5 points and 14.5 points is a huge difference. So make sure you guys, if you can, lock that in right now, because as you can see, the book's still a little bit divided on that. FanDuel has it at plus money, all the way down to Flip at minus 125. So a couple things I really like about this. One, I said the line itself makes a huge difference. We're talking 71% on the season as a whole, 15 of 21, and then it drops down to 11 of 21 and just over 50%. So that already, big difference. And then another thing that I love for him is the home game metrics. So he's been stellar at home all season. He's had 2 blemishes, and they were off of actual 0 field goal made games. Now, one of them being Duke, no surprise there. It was a 66-60 game, very, very low and slow. He shot 0 for 10 from the field. It is what it is. He also had 6 free throws, so you do like to see that. And then the other game, I believe it was 0 for 7 from the field against Arkansas, and just a genuine bad game. Still had 4 free throw attempts, so love to see that. He is getting the free throw line in obscene amount of times at the stretch down the ends of the game. I know that was something that kind of put us off of him being an official play last time, but we did snag that 13.5 points right before the game locked, so hopefully you guys were able to get a little exposure to that. But for him, a couple of different things that I've really been impressed with. One, like I said, with being able to be that closer for the team, he's been Mr. Clutch. Jackson Kohler has just honestly kind of fallen off the face of the earth. Not really sure what's going on with him, but this matchup not going to be any easier for him. He's going to have his hands full with the Axel down low and with Mara alike, both of those guys. Wouldn't be surprised to see Kohler with 2 early fouls again. That's something that he's done over the last couple of games now too, which has kind of hampered his production. But Another thing for Fears that I really enjoyed seeing is he is not being nearly as afraid to take those 3-pointers. Now, I know on a good day, he's probably only hitting one of them. But at the beginning of the season, I mean, he was not taking many attempts at all. And that was something that was really kind of putting a hard cap on his production. But now he's been taking a lot more of these open looks. I mean, 4 this game, 6 this game, 6 this game. This is way, way higher than what he was doing at the beginning of the season. Or on a great day, maybe he was taking 4 3-point attempts. But now, these open looks, their teams are daring him to shoot it, and he's going to take it. So love to see that usage rating just continues to climb as the season goes on. And again, with that being the end of the half stuff, that he's getting to the free throw line, ball in hands at all times. And another kind of telling thing too was his PA is all the way up to 21.5. So that's a huge difference from the 6.5 assists they have him listed at, and then the either 13.5 or 14.5 points. So still just a little bit too high for that. Personally, I do like the assist upside that he offers in general, but he has not cleared his PA line without clearing just the straight points. So let's take the easier path, the one for less resistance here. And then another thing for him is these games that are competitive, he is playing as many minutes as coach will leave him out there for. I mean, we're talking at least 34 to 35 minutes per game, barring any foul trouble. And down the stretch in those games, he's looked phenomenal for production. Again, with the 2 blemishes here and those duds that he shot from the field. But everything else, I mean, 30 or more minutes, these games have looked really nice. And especially being at home, love that to kind of roll it all together. This is a massive, massive game for them, and he should be out there the entire time. So 13.5 points, just a little bit too generous. I do feel like he's going to be 14.5 across the industry, and that'll make that PA make a little bit more sense at 21.5.
Yes, sir. Big Fears, baby. We never thought we'd be playing your straight points, but here we are.
He's just too good, man. He's been too good.
Yeah. Huge game at home. Michigan is the reason why his line is low, and I like that we're noticing now what the bookies are doing here, and I think they pulled his line down a little too much because it's Michigan. And yes, Michigan is good, but Michigan does like to run, and we've seen them give up a decent amount of points to guards, and Fears is that guy right now, man. Like you said, Kohler's they're not going to him in the clutch. They kind of rotate their 3 big guys now, and Fears is the guy with the ball. And that's what we like in college basketball. We want the guy. And 13.5 is not a lot to ask in this game. It should be a decent pace. And I think, what's the total? Is it 150 maybe? I know Michigan State usually has slower games, but when you add Michigan there, they're going to be moving the ball. It's going to be more opportunity for Big Fears. So just get us 14, buddy. Just get us 14. We should be okay with that.
146.5. Yeah, that's not bad, though. I mean, as long as it's not in the 130s, then, we might be kind of stretching for a play. But this 146.5 feels pretty appropriate. Would be surprised, honestly, to see it go up to 147.5 by tomorrow, maybe even 148.
And the thing about Fears that I like in this Ken Palm site, they tell you the percentage of points that he scored for his team. So last game he scored 38% of his team's points, and the game before that he scored 44% of his team's points. So he's the guy right now, and we're going to keep riding it. We know they want to beat Michigan bad at home. Fears is going to be that guy. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We shall see. I wouldn't mind the PA if it drops to 20.5. That would be nice too, because who knows? Maybe Michigan will try to trap him or something, but I don't know. We shall see. We will learn, but it's going to be Fierce with the ball.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out for that. We could look up and maybe one side at least will be slipping and bump him down. 19.5 obviously would be, the perfect one, even more so, but 20.5 feels pretty nice.
We will definitely be taking his alt with the ESPN alt, BetOnline alt. I'm wondering who's the other player in this game, though, because we can't really take a winner because that game's going to be so close. We can't really take an alt points because we don't know where it's going to go. It could go slow Michigan State or it could go faster Michigan. So that's going to be the hard part. Fears PA alt, but we're going to have to find something else in that game. But yeah.
Yep. I'm sure we'll be able to. Not too worried about that.
I'll tell you who it won't be. Bunk Yaxie.
Yeah, we got our two favorite players, Yaxel and Kohler here.
Oh, I know who it'll be. It'll probably just be Morez PR, and if he doesn't get in foul trouble, he'll easily hit his little 15, 14 PR.
They had his line's pretty low too, man.
They did.
11.5 points.
I looked at that too, man. It's just about what are they going to do here with Michigan State, and how many fouls is he going to get us?
Yeah, that's always a concern with him. Always a concern.
Might be a little lean type play that we can do. Personal play just to cheer for him, but tough to make that an official.
So.
Yeah.
We'll definitely give it a look-ski-poo. We'll find something here. Don't y'all worry.
I like look-ski-poos.
Hey, make sure, do us a huge favor, fam. Hit that like button down below. I don't want anybody out there missing out on our afternoons chopping it up. Come one and all. Bring up a chair. The fire's warm.
Hey, the fire is warm, man. We've been winning. We've been winning so much, these dudes are making up stories. They don't want to pay me, these bookies.
It's just so funny.
Wow. Well, they'll go anywhere to not pay. But hey, that's how it works.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. That's a little wild.
It's fun. I like it.
Well, I see Q Donkey had a couple questions for us today. Looks like maybe an alt and then a full game line something.
All right. Yeah, first he has Lipsy at 4+ assists, which is interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think that one's totally fine. What were the odds? I don't see anything with available odds for 4 or more, so I'm not sure exactly where or what site might have that, because FanDuel, man, it saddens my heart. They stopped doing anything with the assist lines like last month, and they just never brought it back.
Really?
Yeah, it sucks, man. That was something that was really unique, because you could get their 4 and 6 lines there, where it's like on DraftKings. I think DraftKings is the like 3, 5, and 7 and stuff like that, but I know 365 does that too. Let's see. Gotcha. I mean, this looks about right for the odds. I mean, I like it, bro. It's a great line. It's a good matchup, or it's a reasonable matchup. Colorado's a little bit slower, but all in all, I mean, he's been their designated point guard. And something I was kind of chuckling at to myself earlier, looking at Jefferson. I mean, they still have him at 5.5 assists on a couple random sites, and I know he rocket balled us at one time where he had a double game here, but I mean, outside of that, he was a secondary playmaker, and I still think that he is and can be, but it's, I mean, really sporadic from game to game. So as long as you don't have these just, dumb triple-double games that he has as far as taking away from playmaking, I think it's totally fine. But all in all, I mean, he's done it all but one game so far in the season as a whole, and then he hasn't missed that on any of the road games so far this season. So it's a good line, just kind of a meh payout, but it's a great line.
Yeah, and when you look at Jefferson's assist too, like some of those high times there, 10 and 10, that's when Lipsy was out. So those 2 10s earlier, at least. So since those times he was out, I mean, he's really only hit that twice in the last 10 games. Colorado's a little scary, though, I must admit. They'll probably put a whooping on Colorado, and they'll probably do whatever they want with Colorado. So that's the scary part. But that's why the Lipsy 4+ does make sense.
Yeah, absolutely. His points are still, right there on the line of taking the under, man. I mean, this guy just does not shoot the ball. The only kind of luckies that he gets is, I know this last game he had a handful of free throws that he got, but I mean, they don't really go to him. He genuinely sets the offense, or he just dumps it off to Jefferson and he runs it.
I didn't realize he wasn't shooting that much. Wow.
Nah, that's why somebody who was playing his PRA last game was very, very lucky.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay. Not that kind of guy for scoring. So I mean, something you could definitely consider if they come out and put a whooping on him. He should sit somewhat early, but one annoying thing is he'll just kind of be out there sometimes with the cleanup crew, and where you think that he should play point guard, that's when he'll like to start shooting the ball.
Kidoki gave me an idea. We might have to roll with Jefferson 18 PR and Lipsy 3+ assists. 3+ does give us a decent little bump here, which is weird. You would think it wouldn't give us anything, but not bad. Not bad at all, actually. So here's our option. If you can figure this out in your mind, what would you rather take? Jefferson 18 PR with Lipsy 3 assists or more, or would you rather take Jefferson 12 points and 5 rebounds?
The first one.
So 18 PR, Lipsy 3 assists. Okay,
Yeah,
let's do that.
For sure.
Let's do that. Don't mess with us, Lipsy, and get like 2 assists today now. He won't. He shouldn't.
He better get his 3 assists.
No, those are those
That'd be
annoying ones, though.
insane.
That's why I like having, when you do the alts, if you could do the combo prop alt, the PR, the PA, the PRA, feels a lot better, because if one dude's messing up one way, at least he can help you the other way. But 3 assists, bruh. Come on, man. Okay. So the next play he has, Big Devin V. Rebounds.
Not sure which line specifically. I see the 5.5 is kind of a man payout, 6 on Price Picks, and then 6.5 everywhere else. I mean, he's averaging just right at 6 here. Matchup is pretty good, I will say, especially right now. Memphis has just been an awful team. They've been dealing with a lot of injuries and a lot of problems with personnel. So I don't mind that just in a general sense. Let me see. Is this guy sliding in for injury stuff? Let's see what's the deal with Florida Atlantic. And this team's super fast, aren't they?
I think so, yeah. I'll look at I'll double check.
Pretty sure they are. I think it was them in Central Florida or South Florida or whatever were playing last game.
Yeah, they're ranked 44th in tempo.
Yeah, South Florida. Okay, so we kind of glanced over this team a little bit here. Vanderpool's not bad. I mean, he does play a pretty hefty amount of minutes, which is something you love to see in all these competitive games. He's played at least 30 more minutes. I think this game he had early foul trouble, if I'm not mistaken, against Wichita. What is his PR even? And are we asking about over, unders, or just we're speculating? I'm assuming over.
Yeah, I'm assuming over, or he would say under. Usually, what people do, I think.
The rebounds are definitely not bad. The PR also not too mad about. I mean, he has been really consistent so far with that, especially down the second half of the season. I mean, truthfully, it's just the minutes more so than anything. Assuming that Memphis can keep the game close. He's played a little bit better on the road just in general, but whenever he gets these minutes that are closer to 30, that number looks a whole heck of a lot better. So, I mean, he's averaging almost 22 PR a game. You'd like to see that. It might come a little bit more from the scoring, but he does offer enough rebound upside. I don't know if I could settle for just straight up rebounds or, even the fantasy line. That's not bad at all either. He's been Mr. Consistent with that.
Fantasy kid. Q Donkey says, I think he had 11 rebounds versus them earlier this season.
Yeah. Oh my God. He went off against them. He had 41 fantasy. What was it? Yeah. 12, 11, and 7.
Mm-hmm.
What were the blocks and steals looking like? He had 3 steals, 3 turnovers. 11 field goal attempts. So, I mean, I think 11 is pretty modest for him. But that's very appropriate. So, still maybe double-digit field goal attempts. That's shocking. He only had an 18% usage rating. For those kind of numbers, I would assume that was a little bit higher. He did. He pulled from three a little bit more, it looks like. So he was just really playing as a 3-point shooter on offense, and then he transitioned to more of like a small forward, power forward on defense. I mean, it's not a bad spot. I don't mind this at all. Either the PR or the fantasy. I mean, that fantasy actually looks pretty appealing. Let's see what it looks like with closer to 30 minutes. He's averaging 25 fantasy. Oh wait, this is PRA, not fantasy. Sorry. Yeah, that's our big difference actually. So looking at 28 minutes, 10 out of 14, averaging 32 and a half fantasy. You're getting a nice little discount off of that. And you can see these games where he's actually out there, like the not lower than 30 minutes or anything over 30 minutes. He's playing pretty good. Pretty good. I don't know much about him other than I know we glanced over him this last slate, but that fantasy's pretty generous. That was not on the board last time. I do know that.
Q Donkey said he likes the fantasy too. Now that he's looking at it with you, and if anyone else has any plays they want to look at, or any ideas, or any questions, throw them in the chat for us. We would not mind looking at them. E likes looking at plays that other people like, right? E?
I do.
It's fun. We always find some bangers too.
He is a little bit of a popular play.
Oh, is it? It is low.
It's low, man.
It's a decent matchup too. Obviously, he did great against them last time. So what did he get? 40 something last time? Was that what that was? 41 or something? Fantasy?
Yeah. 41.7.
Okay.
And that was off of honestly bad shooting. So, maybe the shooting or scoring could pick up a little bit more. And even if he only gets 2 blocks or steals, even that's still, pushing 30 fantasy at least. It's not bad.
Cool. Coolio. Now,
all right.
Do you want to look at Unrivaled at all today for tomorrow or no? What's your feeling on that?
Yeah, we can take a little bit of a look at it. Not gonna lie, man, my back is absolutely on fire right now. Just trying to sit down and even do this. So, might have to take that more so off stream just to really dive into some of the stuff. But we'll at least take some early looks at it and see if there's anything that kind of stands out. I feel like one Skylar Diggins might be something that is kind of standing out initially for us.
Yeah.
Let's
Big Sky.
Look real fast, see if we can get. Do we have lines up for Unrivaled yet, or no?
There you go.
Okay, we do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So a decent one, 145 and a half. I didn't even see that earlier.
Skylar.
That's not bad.
Skylar. We wanted to go under you, but we watched how you played last game, and we want to go over on you, Skylar. We love you, Skylar. Danny C's here. You got a couple questions, too, when you got a minute. Or not questions, but plays that he likes. I guess questions. He put a question mark after the McDaniel play. And I'm interested to see what he's looking at for that Cooper rebounds, too. I was looking at McDaniel, too. I just got a little bit scared of the matchup. It's like, that speed. We'll see.
Yeah, the speed is a little concerning.
Yeah,
it's funny. You also were looking at him because he was a player that I was taking a look at earlier too.
And Danny's looking at him too. Good. That might mean something. Let's see what we got.
He was really good early on in the season. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. But,
what did he do? He just stopped shooting? Did someone come back from injury? Like, what happened?
No, they just, not go into him nearly as often. His volumes come down a little bit more. He's still taking shots, but he's facilitating a little bit more so kind of down the stretch here.
Look at that last game, 22 minutes.
Yeah. Well, they got spanked, and most of the starters didn't end up playing a whole heck of a lot.
Is that what it was? Did the other starters not play too? Or did he just get benched, do you think?
I'm pretty sure that they played a pretty flat rotation across the board.
Okay.
Only really Bradshaw and Gibbons, which I mean I do like Gibbons. He's been somebody who has talked about player coming back. He is somebody who wasn't really that big of a pain, but now the last 4 games, I forgot he actually is now a starter again too. So there could be a little bit of that shot volume being siphoned off from him there, and be a problem for Doug. The only problem is, I mean, this line for Doug is pretty low. He's like 11 and a half points.
Yeah. Was that the guy I wrote you and said, I wish he wasn't 12 and a half because I really want to go under? Was that him or was it somebody else? Do you remember?
I think you said I wish he was 12 and a half.
No, he is 12 and a half, right?
Is he?
Yeah. Big Doug? Oh, he's 13 and a half. Oh, who did I say? Let me look now because now I'm confusing my dang self. Who the heck was I looking at that was 12 and a half? I know I was looking at McDaniel for sure, but I thought I wrote you somebody else.
Okay. Well, at least I will say, for argument's sake, now 13 and a half is a little bit of a different story. I thought he was 11 and a half as well, but yeah, 13 and a half is kind of pushing it. His rebounding is something that's a little bit more, it's taxed for one thing, but it is a little bit more volatile sometimes from game to game. I still don't mind picking on the under because it's not exactly a great spot for it, but I'd be a little gun shy with maybe the playmaking because that is something where he kind of switches gears, that he will do a little bit more. But again, I mean, they have these lines a little bit higher than what they should be. His PRA is definitely up there, and his PR, I believe, his PR as well is about a point higher than what it should be. If you want to take just a straight points under, I get it. That's really just where the bulk of the sweat's going to come from, honestly. He doesn't really have any great home road splits either. I mean, it's not something that's been too different for him. With the other player coming back, I mean, that does help out a lot as far as like hopefully being able to take a few more shot attempts from him. But, like you mentioned, the pace and total for this game is going to be just a big question mark.
That's the scary part. Are they looking at it like Florida? What are they? Atlantic? Are they going to shoot threes a lot? Maybe because I'm realizing how Doug McDaniel's 5'11", so it's like he's not really going to get rebounds unless it's off those big threes, right? Yeah. So I guess that's what they're looking at, but it's tempting, man, because 22 minutes last game and only shot 4 times. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I could get behind it, honestly. As long as the game's not just outrageously huge on the total. If both teams are putting up 80 some odd points, and that might be a little bit of a sweat there. But he also doesn't really get that many free throws and stuff too. That's not his forte exactly. On a good day, he's probably getting 2 to 4 would be great, but not really that. It's really just the 3-point volume. All in all, that's a place where he can get hot from, or just these random offensive putbacks. But other than that, it's really just going to be, can they keep him in check from 3? And is this matchup enough to warrant that?
So his points are 13.5, his PR is 17.5, right?
Yeah.
So I know he only got 2 rebounds last game, 3 rebounds a game before. Then he did get 6 and 9. Those are against trash teams. And then last time they played, he got 12 points, 4 rebounds. Man, I don't mind it really. He hasn't been shooting. It's like earlier in the season he was feeling himself, but like, look at the games where he's actually scored over 13.5 points. And lately, it's been against one of the worst teams in the whole Division One, UTSA. We don't know who the heck that is. 18 points. We can just not even look at that. Just pretend like that's not there. Take that away. 4, 13, 12 in this last time they played him. 18 against Rice. Rice is trash. 23 against Alabama State. Trash. Like, he really has never scored over 13.5 against a decent team since December 17th. So I mean, and it doesn't look like he's
No.
looking to shoot. And he got benched last game. I shouldn't say benched, but he got pulled earlier than most of the starters. 22 minutes. Maybe it was just the timing of his rotation, and they just never put him back in. But still, man, that looks like a decent play, to be honest. I don't love it, but I think it might be worth a play, man. I don't know. Maybe the PR also.
Yeah, either the points or the PR. I'm right there with you because, I mean, heck, even the game that he actually was able to hit 3 threes, I mean, he still ended up coming up short from the points. So maybe it's something where, truthfully, his points should be at like 12.5 or something because, he could hit 3 or 4 threes and still be totally fine. But his shooting from the floor is pretty lackluster. And, I mean, this is a normal game. I mean, he took 10 field goal attempts. And he also had 2 free throw attempts. So, I mean, this is a very standard game that he had against him. And it's just the pace and the total, man. I think that's my only concern. But other than that, like green lights to take the under.
Yeah. I don't mind it at all. The more we look at it, and 13.5 is just above what I feel like it should be 12.5, even 11.5. So feels good, to be honest. And if you throw another 4 rebounds on there, it's like, what are the chances he's getting 5 rebounds in comparison to getting 3 rebounds? The only scary part is Florida Athletic might chuck a bunch of threes, and then you might get messed up here because he did get 9 rebounds in one game and 6 another couple times. We don't want that to happen and mess us up. So maybe points is the best just to be safer.
Yeah, straight up points.
Because it doesn't look like he's trying to shoot. So we like that. I love taking point guards like this, where we know their number one thing is they just want to pass. He's not looking to shoot. I mean, you play 38 minutes and take 7 shots. 38 minutes and take 8 shots. You're not that guy. You don't want to shoot. You're just going to shoot if you're open. Those are the guys we like. Yeah, so it's like, plus he's 5'9". I'm sure he can't create that much. I mean, maybe, but I like that too for the under. I mean, when he plays a good team, that's going to be a smash under if they give us a decent line. But that's cool. I'm glad we looked at it here because I don't mind it, man. Half unit it or just play it personal.
I mean, we could put him with the Vanderpool guy. Play both of these guys together.
Are you liking Vander for a half unit too? You liking it that much? I mean, yeah. Because I forgot his fantasy was that much better. See, me and fantasy, my brain doesn't work with fantasy. I just let you handle it. So, if you like it, let's do it.
Yeah, it's something like this. A little on-stream 2-picker.
Yeah, why not? Two half units, so I'll add them to the list, and then we'll put the list up as we go through a few more things. And then you know what? I looked through our messages, and it wasn't McDaniel. It was Mingo, 12.5.
Mingo, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was like, I wish Mingo was a little higher. If he was 13.5, I'd be liking him too. He's the same kind of guy. He's not trying to shoot.
No, I feel you on that. I feel you. Is this something we're official posting, or are we playing this just because there ain't much going on today?
That's what I was saying. They might be half unit each if you like that fancy as much as I like McDaniel under.
Yeah, I mean, well, why not? At least we'll have something to sweat out for tonight because I think the Illinois game is later. So yeah, that's much later.
What I'm going to do is, I know we have a lot of green on this list, but I'm going to delete all the stuff from before, and we're going to start fresh with our 4 plays. How does that sound?
Oh, on the list? Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let's do that. And then we can post them up and put them on the screen as we finish up the show. Okay. And then there was one other... Oh yeah, Cooper. What do you think about Cooper rebounds now? And and I like I like how Danny looks at props because he comes with 2 unders, and me and unders, we got a thing going on, so that's awesome. Why is he on Cooper under boards? Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, they are definitely a little bit taxed up to what his season average is. I mean, you can see here he's only hitting that 6 games all season so far, averaging just over 7.5 rebounds per game. So, I mean, this is about a full point higher than what it should be. And then, I mean, just the general matchup, both of these teams have been very, very limiting on rebounding just in a general sense, but specifically to any kind of like bigs or opposing centers. The only, caveat I would say is, I mean, you do have to think about Mara on the other side. He doesn't really pull from like range. I mean, it's going to be right there under the basket, yams and easy layups and stuff like that. So, any unfortunate missed shots there would definitely result in some kind of rebounding. And also with Morez Johnson, too. He really doesn't have a big range. I mean, he's taking a few more mid-ranges now. But that would be my only kind of, drawback and caveat. But just in a general sense, though, I mean, this is a very, very difficult spot for the forwards. I mean, this is something that we've seen a lot. And even last slate when we were talking about with Devin Royal, I mean, bro had 1 single rebound the entire game. So, I mean, that can kind of tell you what the production level is really looking like. Now, the only thing, again, with this matchup, it's funny you bring this up, too, because we kind of talked at length about this last time. The only concerning thing is any kind of high volume or high rebound volume bigs that play well over 30 minutes. So, Cooper, not exactly playing consistent 30 minutes, but he does play really close to 30 minutes in any of these actual competitive games. So you can see all these with less than that. These are all blowouts. Even this one was basically a blowout. But all these other games that were competitive, he played a little bit more minutes to make it a little bit more sweaty here. I don't think it's a bad play by any means because I do love this matchup and a spot to kind of pick on a few unders here. But just know that these are the close games that he's been getting there, and some of the games that he's missed have been a little bit closer. But I agree. I mean, it is a full point higher than what it should be, and given the matchup, I would not be surprised if he's 7.5. Because even the 7.5 doesn't make that much of a difference. I mean, it's still something that he's not hitting at any kind of a high clip. So, 1 game difference between the two. We just don't want to play for 30 minutes.
What's his line here? 7.5?
No, it's 8.5.
8.5.
Yeah. No, it's a good line. I mean for betting purposes, I think that's definitely solid.
I was trying to look at this here and type on the list at the same time, but 14 rebounds last game in overtime. So and that was like his career game, or one of his. Lately, he's just been on fire. So they've been having him out there more minutes consistently, right? Because Kohler's kind of been shit in the bed and fouling and all that. But yeah, man. I mean, 9 rebounds against Michigan. I don't know, bro. I missed. Did you look at like bigs against Michigan and how they're rebounding? Did I miss that? Because I was trying to type here on this list.
Or you might have, but that's okay. We talked about him this last slate actually because we played Royal underneath his fantasy, and that was something that was unbelievably sweat free. He had 1 rebound and his line was 6.5.
Okay,
so I do like it. I do also like the fact that Michigan shoots a fair amount of 3-pointers to kind of get it away from him off a line. We need a couple of things still to, I wouldn't say break our way, but at least lead us into a path of success. It's mostly just Jackson Kohler. We need him to stop getting in this first half foul trouble because that's where a lot of this recent production right here is coming from. But also assuming that he is not offensively scoring crazy like he has been the last 3 games, because this is something that's going to go very hand in hand. Like if he's playing well, coach is going to leave him out there. And especially if it's a close game, he's going to play well. But all 3 of these games, Jackson Kohler had first half foul trouble and just being dumb. So his production was way better. Cooper, his production's being way better. And also the rebounding looked a little bit better too. But I mean, Jackson's due for a decent game here, and while he's out there, he's been quite a menace on the glass. So let's actually kind of pop over. We can compare the two of them here real fast.
His bunk ass only got 4 rebounds when I needed 5 that one game, and the rest of the team 14 and 11 of the other two big guys had. Like, bro, what's going on with you?
So I do like at least where your head's at with thinking, the script should be a little bit different here because Jackson should be out here. I mean, there's no way bro should be playing 22, 20, 23 minutes. Even though he did play 30 minutes this last game, he still, again, had that first half foul trouble.
Yeah, that was overtime too.
Right. Yeah, in the overtime. I keep forgetting about that. So that's, obviously if we go to overtime, it is what it is for under props. But assuming we get some positive regression here from Kohler, because he has been that guy all year for the rebounding at least. He's been that guy. So assuming he has just a reasonable game here, we're looking for a reasonable game on the other side. Maybe he gets 7-8 rebounds, but needing 9 rebounds, that could be quite a stretch. So I don't mind that, man. Honestly, I don't mind that call at all.
I don't either. He brought 2 nice ones up, McDaniel and this one. This one I will say, just because it's rebounds, if it feels just a little bit scary, it feels a little more scary than normal just because rebounds are so volatile, Just because, who knows? I mean, balls bounce a certain way sometimes and he'll get 9, but it does make sense, bro. It does make sense. That last 14 is pushing his line up, and this is not really the spot for him to get 9. I like the idea. I do like the idea. I don't want to write it on the list just because we're stealing Q Donkey and Danny C's plays and putting them on our list. Nah, I'm just joking. Nah, it's dope that you guys bring these plays together. We can all cash. I don't know. What do you think? Like, should we all roll with the 8.5 under? I know it's tomorrow, but that line might bump down.
Oh yeah, it'll bump down for sure. I mean, unless there's any pending news I didn't miss. Let me
like one of the bigs out or something. Weird. They look fine. Yeah. Carr, Kohler, Cooper.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, bro, I think that is a really sharp play, and most of it just hinges on, can Jackson Kohler just go out and play a normal game? If he plays 28, 30 minutes, that should really cut that production way down.
Well, I would ask Danny C, man, do you mind if we put it on our list? Because I feel like it's dope. We should, right? Like if Danny C says, hey, yeah, I mean, Danny C, we're going to put it on our list. I want to write Danny C special beside the plays, but we don't really have the columns for it. I mean, I want to give you all the credit you deserve for coming up with the play somehow. Next time you come, we'll just have extra applauses for you. We'll go over and over for that. Yeah, man, 2 good plays. I really like them. I can't even deny it. Let's put it down, bro. As long as you're okay with it, Danny C.
Yeah, let us know, man. We're definitely not trying to hawk anybody's plays here, but even if we don't put it on the list, I will ride with a personal play on that. No problem.
That for sure. I just didn't know, because we've never really done this that often, where it's like, oh yeah, it's a good play. Let me put it on the list. Hey, here's our plays. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. I know we find them as a team, but at the same time, he says, I don't mind, we family. There we go. Okay, cool, man. Just wanted to make sure communication is key in this world. You don't have enough of it. So good. I'm glad you feel that way. Let's get it. Carson Cooper under 8.5 boards. Let's go.
I'm with it.
Cool.
I know we were glancing at Unrival for a second. I see they've already dropped props all the way out to Saturday. Like, sheesh.
That's cool, though. Go. I like it. You hate it because probably your back hurts, but I like it. I'm like, yeah, let's find it before it moves. But Skylar's the one, right? Skylar and Hayes. I didn't look at Hayes, but it seemed like Hayes was a little low. Oh, they got Kiki props. Why? Do they always have Kiki props?
Yeah, she's been up the last 2 weeks now.
Okay. Danny C says, I hawk your plays too, so we're even, pretty much.
Nice, love to hear it. Hey, as long as we're all winning, man, that's the goal at the end of the day.
Yes. FTB.
Here, we'll just leave these at least up on the screen.
Now, I'm behind on this part. What was the odds for his rebounds? Was it a lot of juice on the under, or was it even looking, or how was that?
No, it's on PrizePicks.
Okay, cool, perfect, love it.
Yeah. You know, if it's on there, it's a fair price.
Right, they're not giving us any value at all.
No, what? Minus 125 is as best you'll ever get.
Right. Okay, cool. Let me post these. And do we want to put any unrivaled on here as officials, or are we chilling?
I mean, I think we still like the Skylar play quite a bit. Let's kind of at least break that down or talk about it here for a second. But coming back in, you know, we knew that first game was going to be a little rough. That was pretty easy under. But the next two games, I mean, she came out and did exactly what we were hoping for. The only difference being she still ended up coming off the bench, which, I mean, I think honestly might just be a thing for her this season. Just letting Becca Allen go out there, soak up a few minutes. Oh, my goodness. Excuse me. Go soak up a few minutes, play a little defense. You know, we really haven't seen a game from Allen that would give us any kind of an impression that she's going to be out there for any length of time. But yeah, I mean, Skylar, she is a phenomenal shooter in this league. It was something that she really took a huge stride in last season, being able to score from the floor and take a lot of open look threes, because you know, most of the teams will just dare her to shoot it from three, because normally that's not really her forte, but field goal volume is, and that's something that we've seen over the last three games that has looked really impressive. I mean, 12 field goal attempts and then 14 and 18 attempts the last two games. Also, the minutes, you know, that was something that was maybe a bit of a question mark for us. And, you know, because she is an older player, you know, that with missing a few games already so far this season, there could be a little fatigue, a little out of shape, whatever, what have you. But she's looked great. I mean, the last two games especially, I love this field goal volume. That was something that we had a feeling that, you know, Mabry in particular might take a step back, and it looks like that's been the case. They're not relying on her to take 20 some odd field goal attempts. But even with Edwards, I mean, I think she's also somebody who's subject to losing out on a little bit of production on, you know, night to night. But for this line, 16.5 still feels great. You know, personally, I think she should be at least 17, 18.5 on any given night. But 16.5 still looks good. And for this matchup, not too terribly worried about. The Rose, they're playing against the Rose, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Rose.
This matchup, you know, nobody truthfully has been playing any great defense. I mean, Copper is okay. Chelsea Gray is not bad, but these two exert so much of their energy already on offense as it is. You know, we really don't see a whole lot on the defensive side of things. It's more of just bonehead turnovers from their opponents. But for this matchup, I mean, Chelsea Gray likely will be on her for a little bit, but I mean, Gray is a little slow off the step. She's really getting punished in that mid-range action, which, I mean, I think she'll probably be able to keep Skylar pretty well in check as far as the perimeter shooting, but cuts to the basket, any kind of slashing like that, we could see some contact, possible free throw attempts for Skylar here. And then the bigs are something that I think Skylar could have a really solid time drawing fouls off of. I mean, we know Shakira Austin fouls a fair amount, but I mean, between both the trio of her, Lexi Hull, and Azare, which, side notes, last game we did see Shakira Austin move into a starting role and Azare off the bench. I think that is something that will likely continue, but we will also need to confirm with starters. But yeah, the two wing players here, I'm not that scared about. I mean, the Rose still giving up a fair amount of points, and we saw the game total was 145.5, so at least projected to be the highest scoring one on the weekend or on Saturday and Sunday so far. 16.5 is just too low though, man. I mean, anytime, we always say this, if you're getting a point prop that is matching their field goal attempts, looking for somewhere in the high 50% conversions, yeah, sign me up for that.
Yeah, man, it makes sense. Big Sky. We need 17. This might be the last time we get 16.5. I'm not sure. First season unrivaled, plus Skylar was kind of poo-poo last season. Coming off injury, I was thinking she was going to go under. She did in the first game. Next game she balled. Last game she balled. Line's a little too low for how many shots she's taken. Just makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I think so, honestly. And then, like I mentioned, if we see any kind of resistance from that front court, which, I mean, all fairness, Rose have been pretty solid up front, besides any kind of just dumb foul shooting they've allowed. They've been pretty solid at locking up at least just the direct interior performance from their opposing centers. So if we assume that even Edwards takes, maybe 4 or 5 less field goal attempts this game, her and Mabry are going to soak up that usage between the two of them. And, I mean, Mabry, she'll get her shots up, but I don't know. She outside of this last game, she just hasn't looked like the one that they've been going to. I mean, it's really been Skylar in the second half in that fourth quarter stretch. Like, it's all Skylar.
Now, can we go under Edwards this time? What's Edwards' lines? She 19.5 again? I know her rebounds are crazy. So. She got 14 boards again.
20 and a half.
20 and a half. And it's plus money on the under.
Yeah, which, I mean, in all fairness, we could get her at 21 and a half or 21. With that kind of juice, I mean, PrizePicks might even go ahead and move her up to 20. I wouldn't be surprised. Or 21, sorry.
She goes to 21. Boy. She had 20 last game. Skylar's going to take something from her soon. It's just those huge minutes. They have no other big to play, huh?
No, not really.
Can Shakira hold her down?
Yeah, Shakira and Fivehead.
Fivehead cannot. But, I mean, I guess. Fivehead's okay, or is she just straight trash on D?
Yeah, she's pretty bad on defense, honestly. I mean, she's good at getting the rebounds, but the actual defense, not so much.
And she's 11.5 on underdog too, Fivehead?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, I see it right there.
Oh, yeah, 11.5.
Okay. Damn, I want to go under her, but that's pretty low.
That's okay. Well, we will definitely pay attention because the league has been dealing with a lot of injuries and a lot of last-minute Q-tag stuff. So I am curious to see if anybody actually sits. I know this last game was Maddie Segrist ended up sitting, but Alyssa Thomas was good to go. And
Jackie looked bad. Yeah. That's what I was just thinking. Like
terrible.
we might be able to go under Jackie. What was Oh, look on my screen. You had somebody right above Billings on. Yeah, who's above Billings? Can you scroll up a little bit? Oh, Kelsey Mitchell.
Mitchell.
I thought it was somebody else. Okay. Enrique's up to 13.5 now. She's been good though.
She's 13.5 here, but PrizePicks says they're at 14.5 already.
Oh, 13.5's not bad.
Yeah, that is not bad, and also this for under. Jackie. I need to figure out what's going on. Well, I mean, 16.5. We'd be playing this any other day, but I don't know what the hell.
Yeah, not after that last game. 8 minutes? What the heck? That's why I'm kind of surprised they even have her lines after that. It's weird.
Well, it was weird for both of them. So, I mean, not only did she actually not get any minutes, but Alyssa Thomas as well. She still ended with 12 minutes, but she sat for a long, long time. Both her and Jackie were chilling at 8 minutes for a majority of the second half. And then I know AT came in at the end of the game, that overtime stint. She played all 4.5 minutes of that. But that was it, bro. I mean, she didn't come in until way, way late in here. Let's see. Yeah, so she just came in right here at the overtime or at the fourth quarter time. So she sat all of this right here, all third quarter.
Some type of injury, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely possible. I mean, that's something I think low-key keep an eye out for. That's a great line for Jackie. I would love to maybe take an over or take that under the higher line, but I don't know what happened this last game. That was way different.
Yeah, we got to find some news. And that game is Saturday?
It is, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we got some time to figure that one out.
Yeah. So we'll do some digging around, see if we can find any kind of news about that. But at least at first glance, I mean, I still feel pretty strongly about Skylar. She's only been more productive than what we've seen so far, and the line is just still honestly very appropriate. So
It's
for
plus
her,
money.
that was
It was plus money for the over too. Nice.
oh, was it nice?
Yeah, that might bump down even.
Curious if they in fact will or not, because
I see
there's
Burton.
definitely some line difference here between the
Yeah,
two
Burton
sites.
8.5 here, 9.5 on Prize Picks.
Pickies.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
What
You know who I was
about-
hoping was above Billings? I thought it was Nas Hillman. I was like, oh, they got Hillman props, but nope.
Nah, not yet. We could get her props if we ended up hearing that either Maddie or Alyssa Thomas sits this next game, but we'll have to stay tuned for that. Oh, and we need to find out about Brink as well, because she exited early this last game with another face injury. She got hit in the nose. If you haven't been physically watching the game, she's been rocking a mask for a minute now and was dealing with a nose injury, and she got popped in the face and unfortunately hooked us this last game because she was definitely trying to get there.
She was going to get there. And she missed 2 layups, easy ones. I don't mind going back to her again as long as we find out some news. But imagine if she's out. Malanga time.
Yeah, Malanga to the moon. I don't know PRA or just straight up points. I mean, there's going to be plenty of rebound looks from, we know Boston is taking a fair amount of shots, and Paige, who does not shoot many threes. A lot of rebound potential there, but mostly I think just the minutes itself will be pretty massive for Malanga if she sits.
Now is Paige too high?
Man, that's a tough question. I mean, this last game, it looked like it was going to be a bit of a stretch, and she really turned it up in the second half. But the scoring upside's really been there for her. I know the RA's been coming back down to earth. It's funny to think she was just at 14.5 with juice on the over, but 12.5 I think is a real fair price for her for that. I mean, mostly we're just sweating the points because she stay in this 24 to 28, 30 point range that she's been over the last couple of games, or does that usage kind of fall off? I don't know, man. She's been great. She's been one of the best players so far, though.
She's awesome. It's just our lines are up there. What about Boston? She's too high now, too?
She's about a point higher than what I would prefer to play her at. I mean, I think that the point's still very appropriate for her. She's liable to drop 20 points pretty much any given night, but the if I'm going to chase waterfalls like that, I mean, I got to go back to Plum, man. She did us dirty on that nonsense this last game, from essentially not playing any time down the stretch. She sat for the last minute and a half of the game, and then sat for almost a good chunk of the fourth quarter as well. And I don't think she had one field goal attempt in the final 7 minutes of the game or something like that. So a little bit, I think, of an anomaly there, and something that I think they should be looking to her more so to try and close the games out, because this last game was a bit of a rough one.
Okay, why is Kiki on the board at 10.5 when she played 8 minutes and only put up 6 shots and had 8 points?
Was it foul trouble again?
She did have 4 fouls.
Yeah. That's the only thing with her, man. If she gets handsy, coach will bench her, no problem. But in the games that she stayed out there, any kind of semi-meaningful minutes, I mean, double-digit points in pretty much all of them, except for the game one.
Okay, cool. And then the only one left to look at, I think, is, who was it? You had it on your board a minute ago. Rakia 14.5, slightly low. And is Chelsea too high now? I mean, I'm sorry. Is Chelsea too? Is Chelsea? Can we go under Chelsea now, or did she just go crazy and she's playing against the team that gives it up the most?
Yeah, this matchup's a little bit scarier for that.
Okay, and Alicia Gray. Wow, Alicia Gray is high.
Both the Grays are.
Whew. Okay, so there's nothing really standing out except Skyler without news, huh?
Yeah, for the most part. And these games will be rematch games, so we're circling back to week 1 here, and which is also why I'm like, oh, Gray, this is the game where she went for 35 real points.
Okay.
So at least with that being said, we will have a reference point to go back and compare what happened on week 1 for these games and see if we could dig out a few props that, would hold value for this.
All right, I know it's getting late, but before we go, one more play Danny C dropped. Let's just take a peek before we bounce up out of here, if you don't mind. Barrington Hargis? Okay.
Yeah. His, what was it? Points over, maybe take the Demon. Yeah, tough matchup. Super tough matchup. No ifs, ands, or buts. I did a little bit of deep diving on him earlier. Mostly just the matchup. That's the only thing we're worried about here, and or possible blowout. I think this was like a 16, 17 and a half. Yeah, 16 and a half point spread. I mean, his lines are super low. He's easily, I think the best line for him is 12 and a half points. He was at 13 and a half points earlier today. The points carrying a lot of weight, and then the PA as well right behind it. I wish they would have lowered this back down. Oh, it moved up a little bit, actually. I was about to say, it was 16 and a half earlier. I would not play the 17. No, hard pass on that one. Much rather play the 12 and a half points. But 16 and a half PA looked really appealing. He's been very productive over the last 2 months now. But a majority of that is coming off of just the straight up scoring. So do keep that in mind. 12 and a half points was a better look for it. If you wanted to play it at 13 on Prize Picks, I get it. But 13 and a half, I would probably fade that one personally. Just a tough matchup, man. Only Iowa State does not mess around.
These are one of those ones where it's like you take his 12 and a half because it's way too low. You're like, oh my gosh, he's going to get 13 easy. He's done that over and over. And then they go into this game. He plays at Iowa State, and the score at halftime is 42-19. And you're like, fuck. Then he has 4. And you're like, fuck. That's the feeling I get from these type. That's the thing, man. What we've learned this season is going against top defenses like Iowa State at home. The lines are gonna look like you want to take them, and then woo-wee. Half the time it's like not even close, and you're so sad. Could get there now. Could get there. Don't get me wrong, it's betting, but that's why I would pass, just because of that.
Yeah, I mean that really just being the main thing. He has played really well so far on the road. I think at least the 2 notable teams, BYU and Cincinnati, those bode pretty well for what he could be doing. Granted, he did play 37 and 38 minutes in 2 close games, but the minutes do fall off a little bit in the blowout situations. The biggest thing for him is he's got to hit a few threes, and we need him to get to the free throw line. Just straight up raw scoring might be a little bit more difficult sledding this game, but it's a very, very favorable line. So, I wouldn't fault you if you want to play it.
Julio?
Who is he directly playing against? I forget. He is dealing with Lipsy. Okay. So, I mean, Lipsy's been a decent defender. Multiple steals every game is not going to make things easier. He does foul a little bit, so I don't mind potential 3-point upside, but he's actually been one of their better wing defenders, especially against the 3-ball. So, bro's got to be feeling himself in that mid-range today. Got to get it.
17-point spread.
Yeah, and that.
Yeesh. Scary.
All right. Well, let's take a look at the list here. Just one last little recap for you guys. Let's see. We added. Oh yeah, we got the stream plays. Yeah, I'm excited about this. Mm-hmm. Dougie make no buckets. We got Vanderpool and
Dougie McMissons.
Yeah, maybe we'll get lucky and he'll get 2 early fouls and coach will just let him ride the bench.
Yeah, it is possible.
All right. Well, we got some pretty good stuff here. I am excited for today. I know it's a little bit of lighter work today and tomorrow, but we are going to be ramping up for Saturday. After we hop off of here, we'll get the list posted up. So, again, make sure you guys check out the Discord, hop in there for a free trial. Hit that like button on the way out if you guys made a little bit of money with us this week, or hopefully going to make some money tonight. And we're going to chop it up, get ready for this unrivaled slate tomorrow as well. So, We'll be back tomorrow. Last stream of the week. Tomorrow is Friday, right? I'm not tripping.
Tomorrow is Friday.
Yeah, one last stream for the week, and then we'll be ramping it up for the weekend. So good luck on all your bets wagers tonight, and we'll catch you guys back here tomorrow. Peace.